It's better than the streams of day. Night stream, you belong in the night stream. This is the night stream. Close your eyes and say goodbye. And tonight it's time to fly. Stretch your wings, flap to the sky, where you know you'll be free. Memories, they melt away. Lifetime's nothing more than plays. Simple shows that we put on. Curtain call and then you're gone. Gone, gone beyond. Gone, gone, gone beyond. Gone beyond. Gone beyond. Gone beyond the going. A light, it shines so bright and clear. How many times have you been here? You feel no sadness, shed no tears, and flap into the light. Flap into the night. Flap into the night stream. Glowing tunnels carry you from all the things that you once knew, from all the places you once roamed, all the places you called home. Will you drink from the sweet stream, or to your memories will you cling? In your old cup of bitter brew, pour it out, drink something new.
Drink with me from the stream
of everything that's ever been.
Cool and clear, let's drink again.
Into these waters we will swim.
We will swim.
We will swim. We will swim.
We will
swim. Swimming in the night stream.
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 Are you seriously using AI? You really are a piece of shit.
Night stream, you're waiting for the night stream. Is this real or are you in a dream? Are you here or are you in between? Night stream, we're waiting for the night stream.
When alpha males feel lonely, they transform into a bat.
The industrial revolution and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race. They have greatly increased the life expectancy of those of us who live in advanced countries. But they have destabilized society, have made life unfulfilling, have subjected human beings to indignities, have led to widespread psychological suffering in the third world, to physical suffering as well, and have inflicted severe damage on the natural world. The continued development of technology will worsen the situation subject human beings to greater indignities and inflict greater damage on the natural world. It will probably lead to greater social disruption and psychological suffering. And it may lead to increased physical suffering in advanced countries.
White smoke, new pope, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Turn on the oven and throw in some toast, and that's how you blow that pop smoke. Chimney spray, brand new day. If you see black smoke, don't be dismayed. Burnt toast, no pope. Blood pope, white smoke, new hope. Time to start printing t-shirts and posters. Picture of the new pope on your Catholic coasters. It's been quite a ride, I must say. Prayed for the new pope every day. Will he love or reject the gays? Will he be mean? What will he say? Gonna find out about the new pope today. White smoke, new pope, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Turn on the oven and throw in some toast, and that's how you blow that pop smoke. Chimney spray, brand new day. If you see black smoke, don't be dismayed. Burnt toast, no pope. White smoke, new hope. Time to start printing t-shirts and posters. Picture of the new pope on your Catholic coasters. It's been quite a ride, I must say. Prayed for the new pope every day. Will he love or reject the gays? Will he be mean? What will he say? Gonna find out about the new pope today. White smoke, new pope, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Turn on the oven and throw in some toast, and that's how you blow that pop smoke. Chimney spray, brand new day. If you see black smoke, don't be dismayed. Burnt toast, no pope. White smoke, new hope. Time to start printing t-shirts and posters. Picture of the new pope on your Catholic coaster. It's been quite a ride, I must say. Prayed for the new pope every day. Will he love or reject the gays? Will he be mean? What will he say? Gonna find out about the new pope today.
Reflections in the water now are memories in my brain. Summer day in Hendersonville with my grandpa by the lake. Fishing rods and skipping frogs seem to sink into the sky. What once was real has now become a ripple in my mind. Skipping frogs with my grandpa, it was heaven here on earth. He taught me how to flip my wrist so the frogs would not get hurt. Showed me how the frogs relaxed and floated on their backs, floating on the blue skies. Sweet reflection. I guess we're all reflections of things that used to be. Everyone's a skipping frog bouncing through eternity. Happy and confused as we bounce upon the sky, till at last we're so completely relaxed it seems like we have died. Those frogs, they're alive is what my grandpa used to say, floating on their backs to see the sky. The night stream.
Yeah, it burns, but that's okay. It's better than the streams of day. Night stream, you belong in the night stream. This is the night stream. Night stream, carry me. Night stream, scary me. Night stream, fairy wings flapping me into the night. Oh, you know it's gonna be alright. Clap your hands and scream. Curl up in a ball and freak. Dumb or smart, dirty or clean. Everybody's welcome. Yeah, everybody's welcome in the night.
Hello? Is anyone there? This is too dark. That's too bright. Fuck. God damn it. You streamers out there, how do you do it? You make it look at this shit. I look like I'm in an interrogation. I didn't have enough time to set up. Oh, fuck. My thing is drooping. It's impotent. How do we even fix this? God damn it. Welcome to the night stream. My name is Karis. What is that? That's so messed up. Fuck yeah. That's what we'll do tonight. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Hold on. Just one more second is all I need. Just one more second. I don't even know if you guys can hear me. After last night, honestly, I don't know. But with this kind of lighting, we got to do something special here. Yes, we do.
We gotta do something real special. There we go. Oh yeah. This is how you start a stream. This is how you start a stream. I don't know what streams, what other streams you might be on right now. You could be multi-streaming. You could be dual streaming. You might have something on. You might be playing a game. The night stream is here now. You're in the night stream. My name's Karis Gaslin. I'm an old man. I'm young at heart. Been through a lot, seen a lot of things. Been in and out of jail most of my life. That never got me down though. You see, jail is in the mind. It's not where they put you. I learned that. In the background you might hear my poodle cats be barking. I'm gonna have to let him go take a pee-pee soon, but before I do that, I'm just gonna light some incense here. You see, what is a prison? How could it be that some people who have so much, I don't even know if you can hear me. I'm shell-shocked, I'll be honest. How could it be that some people with so much, enough money to go from here to Timbuktu on their private plane, wear a frown upon their face? And some people who have so little, seem overjoyed just to see a cloud float by in the morning wind. Well, this is one of the great conundrums, isn't it? I mean, if you spend too much thinking about that, too much time thinking about that, well, you might feel a little disconnected from what some of us call default reality. You see, default reality, or the default mode, default reality, it has an effect on people. It tricks you. It tricks you. The next thing you know, well, you're living inside a prison and you committed no crime. You're living inside a prison cell, but you've never been to court. You live inside the prison cells right here. You youngs out there, you love talking about the simulation, the Matrix. You love it. And you're close, but I don't think you're quite there. As long as you think the Matrix is something outside your own noggin, well, you're just as confused as anybody else. You blame it on this group or that group. Your suffering, your anxiety. You blame it on your mama, your papa. Blame it on your wife. Blame it on your kids. God help them. You blame it on some astrological configuration. Mercury's in retrograde, you say. Or maybe you blame it on the Matrix. I'm trapped in some kind of soul prison, you say. Some kind of advanced technological simulation has trapped me. And I just don't know what to do. Somebody change my diaper. Somebody get in here and change my diaper. I'm in the Matrix. Somebody get in here with some wet wipes and wipe me clean. I'm in the Matrix. I need help. I can't do it myself. I'm in the Matrix. And I made a doo-doo in me pants. And I made a pee-pee in my pants. Can someone come and help me with my pee-pee? Will the Matrix man come and put my pee-pee in his mouth? That's what you say. You feel trapped. But you don't even know you feel trapped. You think you're neurodivergent, slurping back the pills, pretending it's helping, putting that grin on your face you saw on the commercial that the person had, staring up at some unknown thing in a tree, acting like they'd achieved some level of realization just by taking a pill. Well, if it worked like that, my friends, we'd be living in the Garden of Eden, wouldn't we? Everybody'd just be taking their happy pills. There'd be no war. There'd be no suffering. You see, the problem is, you are in a simulation. But that simulation, it's surrounded by a very thin skull. And it's called your brain. Siphoning disparate phenomena. And you choose what phenomena you want to notice. Some shit you just can't let go, can you? You think that's who I am. I'm a person who can't let things go. You don't mind that. You don't care. You ignore the suffering it causes to the people all around you that you can't let things go. And you lean back, don't you, say, I need help. Somebody come and help me. I made a poo-poo in my diaper. Why won't you come help me with my poo-poo in my diaper? That's all you know. That's what you tell yourself. That's all I know. I can't be any other way but this way. So you rampage through your life, don't you? You rampage through your life in a state of profound ignorance. It's everybody else's fault. Why won't somebody, just somebody come and clean me up. I'm a stinking mess. Well, it's a sad state of affairs to be in when you got two hands and you're right next to a roll of toilet paper, but you don't realize you can wipe your own ass. That's what we call the Perseus prison where I come from. You see, Perseus, no, people, I'm not talking about Perseus from Greek mythology. I'm talking about Perseus. I shared a cell with him. His name was Perseus. He had a spider web tattooed on his face. And he was a sloppy mess. And I'll never forget the first night I was in that cell with him, Perseus. I smelled it first. Terrible rancid stink. See, Perseus knew how to make something we call prison jello by fermenting his own semen and mixing it with toilet water and matchstick heads. Created a kind of psychedelic high. Looks like jello, I guess. At least that's what you tell yourself when you're eating it. You just say, I'm just eating jello. He'd been eating that for a few days, and a man couldn't come if you gave him $1 million. He was incapable of producing semen, so that wasn't his own jello he'd been slurping back. He'd made dark, shady deals with some contingents of the prison. And those deals involved all kinds of horrendous acts, just for a couple of cubes. Well, Perseus was in such a state that he evacuated his bowels all over his cot. And he called up to me, he did. I had just fallen asleep. I was having a wonderful dream. I've never had a bad dream. Wonderful dream. I was a sparrow flying over a country field. Free as a bird, literally. Not in some prison cell. And then there's Perseus whining down below me, shouting himself. Oh, won't you come and help me? I can't move my arms. I need someone to wipe my booty. Those were his exact words. Needless to say, I leapt from that top cot like a cat. Something you learn in prison. People look at me, they don't think I'm graceful. That's an advantage. I leapt from that top cot like a cat, landed lightly on my feet, and I throttled Perseus. I watched his life leave his eyes. I watched his eyes dilate, breathing in the waft of that old prison stink. And then I climbed right back up into my cot and I fell asleep. And I was a sparrow again, flying over a field. Free. Free. No prison ever chained me. Now you tell me who you want to be. You want to be some whining meth head down below in the bottom cot, taking a one-way trip to Brown Town. Is that who you want to be? Is that the game you're playing here? That's the game you're playing here. We don't play that game on the night stream. That might upset you. That might make you feel a little uneasy. Maybe you feel uneasy right now. I don't know why you would. Maybe this is making you feel a little uneasy. You don't want to feel it. You don't want to feel. No. You just want to lay back because your daddy or your mama didn't wipe you right, and now you need a daddy or a mama to come and wipe that booty. But that's an adult booty. That's not a baby booty. You gotta wipe your own booty in this world. You gotta find a way out of the prison that you've constructed from yourself, and it's not that hard. You just let it go. Say goodnight. Say goodbye. Hasta la vista. I'll see you later, prison. It's just up in your head. There's people living on this planet right now covered in carnivorous slugs that are happier than you. And I hope that makes you feel bad. People covered in carnivorous slugs in some dark bog, suckling at them, suckling at their flesh. They could feel their life energy leaving them, their blood going into those slugs. They watch them change from a slime green to a dark maroon as they fill with their life essence. And those people are happier than you. Happier by a long shot. They're not in some prison, bemoaning their state. Moaning and whimpering like it does any good. They got a smile on their face as those slugs finish them off. And as their bodies decay into that bog, that smile will melt into the earth, compart everything. Free as a bird. This is the night stream. I'm glad you're here. Iron Schechter wants to hear my sense. Oh, many want to hear my sense. Back here is what I call my dream machine. It's beautiful. Do you hear that? I do. It's the singing of the angels. Now listen to this. Just like that, I changed the tune. You hear it, don't you? Beautiful. Just turn this knob here. Ooh. Well, that's if a rainbow could come. That's what that sounds like. That sounds like a squirting rainbow. That's what they wanted to call Reading Rainbow. But the network wouldn't let them. And just a little zing-a-zap right here. Listen to that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Perfect. Sweet. Hold on. Alright, enough of that fucking character. Who the fuck is inside me? Hang on. Hold on. I don't know how to turn this off.
Hello? There we go. I don't know what that was. I just got back from a rodeo, dude. And man, I haven't been to a rodeo since I was a kid. And a rodeo is BDSM for cows. There's no other way to put it. It's pure BDSM. It's wild. It's wild. And like, I'm sorry for all the cowboys who might be watching, but that shit is like the most bizarre form of repressed sexuality that I've ever seen in my life. It's crazy. Like, I have to go in the chat. I gotta know if any of you guys ever been to if any of you guys ever been to a rodeo. Somebody tell me, please, if any one of you, because it's been since I was a kid. I have not been to a rodeo. And you better fucking believe I'm taking my boys to a rodeo. Like, of course. But I just need to know if any of you, because there's things I didn't know about the rodeo. I had no idea. I'm looking at the chat right now. Earth Talking has been. Susie Seashell has been to a horse race. A lot of nopes. Nicholas Rush says, yeah, they suck. You give me a break. If you go to a fucking rodeo and are upset about it, dude, what'd you go to a rodeo for? Unless your parents dragged you there. My kids liked it. But, they're like, it was, the energy was sweet. Everyone's very sweet. They're at a rodeo. They're happy. I'm not trying to diss the Austin rodeo, but I'm talking about like the whole thing in general. I mean, it's not just rodeos. It's for some reason like hypermasculine dudes, when they interact with bovine animals, get weird. Like, I don't know what that is. It's one of those things. You're just like, I don't know. That's probably some shit from a long time ago. That's proto-hominid shit, maybe. I don't know. But it's just like it's you really can't, like, I guess it would be easy to miss it, but it's not just that you've got these like dudes doing like really amazing BDSM knots on calves and cows. Which anyone who's ever like tried to tie somebody up, it's like, dude, like if you need to know knots and shit, and you've got to do it safely. What if the building catches on fire? And so they're doing like classic BDSM quick, like, and it's like if a firefighter became a dom is what a cowboy is, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not taking your time to tie somebody up. You got to do it fast. And in this case, it's not a person, it's a cow. And look, I know there's a utilitarian function for like why those things have emerged, but it's not just that. There's a lot of like ladies there that are, I wouldn't expect that at a rodeo. There's a whole simmering sexual undertone in a rodeo that I just didn't think I was completely caught off guard. Like, why? It's a fucking rodeo. Why is there like a deep simmering underlying like sexual like energy there? Like a caldera of cum filled with cows getting tied up by dudes. Like, it's the weirdest shit of all time. I had a great time. Don't get me wrong. Like, it was really fun to watch it all, but you're sort of, you got to look at things from all angles and, all the levels. Like, there's the entertainment level. It's cool. There's sort of the like, the level of like, yeah, I'm in fucking Texas. Like, this isn't just a LARP, dude. And then like, just cause I'm a fucking freak, like where my mind goes is like, what is going on with the fucking like underlying rodeo horniness? Like, that's just not, I did not expect that to be one of the colors in the rodeo rainbow, but it's a big color. Anyone, just go, please just go to a rodeo and you will be shocked too. Like, you will be like the other stuff. Like, I maybe this is my hubris. I like to think that I can harmonize fairly well with places that normally I wouldn't like think that I would go. And I harmonized with the rodeo. Just like, I had a good time. It was fun. Got my kids in cowboy hats. It was cool. They loved it. But the one thing where it's like, why are, I guess people just like hook up at rodeos. That's just the vibe I got. Like, it's a hot night of watching fucking bovine creatures get hog-tied by like ripped cowboys, and you just meet somebody and go fuck. I guess that's why. I guess it's a hookup spot, dude. I don't know. But it was really fascinating. Like, anybody who's even like been like at some point like mildly into kink would respect the rope craft of the cowboy. You also have to put yourself in the fucking like cow's hooves too, which is just like, you know what I mean? What realm am I in? Right? What is fucking happening? You know what I mean? I just can't even imagine how their like brains are wrapping around what's happening. It must make no sense. I guess the closest they can come to it is like, getting chased by lions. They must think like, what's wrong with these lions? They don't eat you. Well, they do eventually, but they just fucking knock your ass down, temporarily tie you up, and then you're free. They've got to be it's not like cows are known as like a great intelligence. They're very sweet, but I don't think, I've never heard of a cow like learning sign language. I mean, well, it'd be hard. That doesn't have fingers, but you know what I mean. Like monkeys can learn sign language. Coco loved Robin Williams, but you just got to think as above, so below, friends. Hold on, let me go. I got to do this real quick. Hang on.
As above, so below. As above, so below. You see, when you see one thing, you might be able to extrapolate from that thing an actual pattern within the universe, which in this case, it is sexual rodeo, and there's only sexual rodeos. One thing that you can surmise from watching the relationship between beings of different intelligence levels is that there appears to be a kind of neurological blindfold placed around the cow. A sense of like it can't figure the fuck it would never be able to understand what was happening. It would never be able to make sense of what was happening to it. In a million years, it can only refer to something within its genetic structure, I imagine. Ancient times, some distant memory of what it was like to try to run away from a saber-toothed tiger. Only now it's a dude in jeans with a cowboy hat, wrapping him up. Literally wrestling. They wrestle him down. They jump off horses and wrestle him. How do you drop that as a cow? You don't. I heard they don't really have long-term memory, and that's for the better, probably. But as above, so below. Who are we? What beautiful hyperdimensional creatures are mounting us at this very moment? What beautiful hyperdimensional creatures are wrapping us up in some kind of cosmic web? It's some kind of interdimensional horny-ass rodeo in the sky. Are you wrapped up by a space cowboy right now and you just don't know it? You think you're addicted to fentanyl or oxy. No. You're just wrapped up in a web thrown at you by some kind of horny-ass space spider you'll never see. And the way that translates into time-space is you've got a predilection for dope. You'll never know there's a rope wrapped around you, attached to some horny-ass spider trying to win a few bucks at a space rodeo. I don't mean to red pill you. I don't mean to Nick Fuentes you. But at some point you gotta face the facts. If we do that shit to cows, and there's higher levels of intelligence in this universe, then it sure as fuck does that to us. Oh, and don't give me that nonsense about how there's some correlation between intelligence and benevolence. If you were here with me, I'd slap your face. That's just a fairy tale we tell ourselves. Perhaps there's no correlation at all. I won't give away names. I did meet somebody who got to hang out with Carlos Castaneda himself. Now, if you've ever read the teachings of Don Juan and you got through the whole book, you're a piece of shit. Because at some point that psycho motherfucker's sewing lizard eyes shut. Read the book. That's where you stop reading. That's where I stopped reading. Now, I think it'd be a fair critique saying, yeah, but you just paid to go to an event where horny dudes were wrestling baby cows. You're not exactly PETA. They weren't sewing their fucking eyes shut. Now, I remember bitching to this person about that part of the book and saying, I don't want to give a fuck what he says. I don't care if the teachings of Don Juan can make my dick 15 inches longer. making a total of 16 inches. I don't want to know the secrets of magic as taught by Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't even think Jeffrey Dahmer did that shit. And he said to me, I won't name names, but he said to me, well, Duncan, you know, some people think that compassion is a less evolved state of consciousness, that it's all about power. Power is what matters, not compassion. Compassion's a little bit of a sand trap to these people. Something you move through, you don't hang out in it. On the other side, compassion is power. As above, so below. As above, so below. Alright, I'm gonna turn this off. I really like being that guy. Alright. Oh yeah, I'll turn this off.
There we go. It's weird, isn't it? When my voice goes back to this. I don't want this. Do you know how many things about myself I don't want to be? I accept it. Don't get me wrong. This episode, of course, is about look maxing, not looks maxing. It's look maxing. I'm going to teach you guys how to look max. But God, do you know, when you start, if you just write a list down of all the things you'd like physically to look like, it is so embarrassing and funny. Highly recommended. Not as a self-torture exercise, but there's like a tantric practice I heard about called adding wood to the fire, which is like, if you're upset about this or that, instead of doing the classics, you know, making yourself feel better, deep breaths, trying to rationalize or put lipstick on the fish or whatever, instead compound the problem mentally. Like, add wood to the fire. Just fucking like amplify your negative state to the point of absurdity. And it's like this bubble pops because it inevitably seems ridiculous. And if you start writing down the way you'd like to look and you do it honestly, you don't have to tell anybody. It is so funny. Like, you could get someone to... I'm surprised there aren't artists out there who do portraits, not of what you look like, but you describe to them how you'd like to look. And they do portraits of that. That would be so funny. But the only rule is you have to be completely honest. You have to be completely honest. And then this image will emerge that isn't you at all. Who is that? How did that get in your head? Where did you start connecting the dots that you want these things? You know, like, dude, I'm not even going to lie. I often regret being honest online. But I'm just going to say it. Go ahead and judge. I want to look like The Witcher. I want to look like Geralt of Rivia. Riviera. Here, let me pull it up. Let me pull up a picture. This is about as close. Okay, I'll show you a few different, like, if I could, like, look. Hold on. This is so stupid. I swear to you, though. I mean, maybe I would want to go back to myself, but I don't think so. I mean, I guess part of this is you get to go back to yourself if you want to. But I got to find the right image of it. Here we go. Okay, look, I'll show you. So stupid. How did this get... I mean, I think I'll show you a few different, like, masculine... Hold on. Hang on, guys. How do I do this? This light sucks so bad. It looks like my liver is dying. Wait, is it this, or this? Okay, I have to start a new thing here. Sorry, you guys, hang on. Like, you even care what this old man wants to look like. Hold on. I'll show you right now. Let's see. Okay. And then we'll do this. This. There it is. Okay, it worked. By the way, after I show you this embarrassing shit, I have like a legitimate apology that's about to come. Hold on. Hang on. I recommend this exercise, not really because I recommend it, just because I don't want to feel like such a weirdo for doing it. Hold on. You see that? I think I'd like to look like him. Girl. It's so embarrassing. Like, why? Like a mixture of him and like the gunslinger, like, would be cool. But that's not where I landed. This is what I got. This is what I'm working with over here, guys. What can you do? What can you do? This is who you are. Take it easy, man. But I think it's for me, it feels liberating to admit it. You know? Like, I do think that there is something profoundly beautiful about, like, coming to some kind of, at least like a separate peace with yourself. An honest peace. I'm not saying like the bullshit you read about. I don't know if that's possible. Maybe that's possible. Usually there's always, it feels a little like too much honey on a cracker when somebody's doing that shit. But a nice sort of like, all right, this is what I'm dealing with. You know, like a car, you sure, you'd like a different car, but you love that car. You know, it's old, it's fucked up, but it's got memories, it's good. And then this old body's been hauling your neurotic ass around. Like, give it some credit. Like, I think that's something good. But to get there, I feel like it's important to first really be honest with yourself about the fact that you want to look like The Witcher. It's so stupid. I wanted to look like The Witcher before The Witcher, before I played the game. Some version of that. I'd have a fucking man bun. When people started making fun of man buns, like, I got offended even though I was balding. Because I was thinking, like, are you fucking kidding me? I would love a man bun. Just to fucking bun out the back of samurai style with a nice man bun. That's not where I'm at. Not only can I not have a man bun, it looks like I had a man bun and it got ripped off in an industrial accident. That's my bald spot. It looks like, yeah, I don't know, maybe I had a man bun, but I worked at a factory and it got stuck in gears and just scalped the misshapen back of my head. Yeah, top knot. That's what they call him. Benji Doy says, I want to poop like The Witcher. Look, man. Maybe you can. I don't know. I don't know how The Witcher poops. It's not in the game. Shaman Code 333 says, can we talk about aliens? Sure. But better than aliens, why don't we talk about this? Let's talk about actual disclosure. This is like, you want like the actual like prophecy. You want something real. You want something that isn't just some fucking suits cock teasing you about aliens. Here's something real. I don't know how to like my browser setup, but this is fucked up. But there you go. There's your fucking aliens right there, friends. There you go. Jensen Huang, NVIDIA's CEO. The reason you can't get memory for your fancy ass gaming computers is started trickling out that NVIDIA has achieved AGI, which I don't doubt. And, I got to say this. There is a real plague in the land right now, friends. And that plague is not abnormal. With any time there's been a new technology, there's what is known as Luddites. People who don't want to, who oppose the technology, quite often for very good reasons. They recognize the devastation it's going to cause the old way of life that they're usually invested in. Or they see all kinds of, whoever looked at a factory and was like, this is going to work out. Smokestacks belching smoke in the fucking air. Suddenly there's like clock towers because you can't be late to work anymore. The air smells like shit. People walking around with like fucking stumps because they got them ripped off in the factory. I'm not saying it's even bad to be a Luddite, but we have a form of Luddite in the world right now. The true anti-AI people, and I'll show you a great book to read. Now, I don't even know if I'd call them anti-AI, but if you really want a more thought out critique of AI, other than this is slop, let me show you something. I want to get this dude on the podcast so bad, but I think he's out of my pay grade. Hang on. And all you anti-AI fucks out there, you should read this book before you do another sweaty post. This is fucking good. The Coming Wave. The Coming Wave. That's my OnlyFans. I'm never going to stop making that joke. Yeah, I'm the Coming Wave on OnlyFans. But this book is fucking great. And this dude, he was one of the creators of DeepMind, which is this the AI that beat, I think, Kasparov at chess. But even more insane, but somehow seemingly less talked about, is it beat a master Go player. I know all this from reading this book, but apparently there's in chess, by the time you've made 3 moves, there's I don't know. Some of you might know the number of potential moves that are left, 500 million possible moves or whatever. But in Go, it's so more complex than chess that the number of potential moves after your third Go move is apparently there's more potential moves than there's atoms in the known universe, is what is in this book. And so after they trained this AI to beat a chess master, which no one thought was possible, they trained it on Go. And the way they trained it on Go was by, giving it a shit to every Go game that they could. Making, I don't know what an AI watching something is. I'm guessing it's just some sort of mathematical training data, some training set. But then once they've trained it up on Go, they just had it play itself at Go and for 1 billion, God knows how many games. And then in the same way they did the Kasparov chess match, they put it up against a master Go player. And at one point, it makes this move where the judges were like, what the fuck is that? Everyone's like, oh, it's going to lose. It fucked up. The AI fucked up. No one had seen that move. And as it turns out, because it made that move, it ended up winning, and it completely, like, it was, we're talking about an ancient game, and it innovated a brand new way of, like, playing the game, or a move that no one had seen that led to a win, which sort of, like, people spilled their fucking tea all over Asia. Like, people spilled their tea, fell in the sand that they rake. It seems so beautiful over there. They're just like, what the fuck? So, this book, when I got it, I was in, like, one of my many, like, AI obsessive moments, where, like, realizing what was happening and so excited. And I saw that this is one of the creators of DeepMind. And so I assumed it would be pro AI. Oh, no. That's what makes it so sinister. This is like one of the people who, like, summoned the fucking demon. Who's like, wait, hold on. Pause. What are we doing? You don't understand. And so you should definitely read this book, because what's happening, I think, is like a lack of information regarding AI in general. And so a lot of the, like, vociferous anti-AI people they don't seem well informed. And so one of the sort of ongoing critiques of AI that I've seen on Reddit is it's a bubble. It's a bubble. And after this dude announces he's got an AGI, people are like, he's just inflating the bubble. NVIDIA is inflating the bubble. He talked about it on the Lex Friedman podcast, and he backed off a little bit, but somebody like that, when they say they have an AGI, they probably have an AGI. What does that mean? You might be wondering. Well, what it means is that the fucking thing can innovate on it. It can innovate in ways that we can. But it's infinitely more complex. It's more advanced than we are. So what it means is that once you hit AGI, you're going to get super intelligence not long after that. Though I don't know what the difference would be between those two things. But the point is, it can really start evolving itself in ways that, in other words, a human can only go so far, and then it can start evolving itself, discovering ways of simplifying its code and maybe using less energy. But anyway, I believe that NVIDIA probably would have an AGI. Like, if you were betting on who would get the AGI, it's going to be, some kind of like China. It's going to be like the Pentagon, or it's going to be like OpenAI, Anthropic, or probably NVIDIA, because, like, they have, like, the most insane fucking chips and computers, and probably they would hit it first. And the fact that you're announcing it is really interesting, because if you're announcing it, you've known about it for a bit, and you've sort of tested it enough to get to the point where if you say it on Lex Friedman's podcast, that's going to be global news, and people are going to want proof, which means they probably have some kind of proof of it. But you want to talk about fucking aliens, there's your alien. It's not coming down from a ship. It's not a reptilian. It's not a tall white. But it's an alien. That's a fucking alien. And, Mustafa Suleyman, the point he's making in it is like information is a fundamental part of the universe, and that, like, a convergence is happening, and there's a pattern in all technological leaps, which is that a feedback loop happens where one thing is invented, that thing leads to the next thing, which then allows the previous thing to be sort of like evolved. And then so you get these like bursts that happen throughout civilization, and he's like, this is what is happening, and it's we have to regulate it, is what he's saying. Like this is not like other this isn't, even though we know that like other technological advances has fucked up the world, we've gotten through it. We survived the Industrial Revolution. We survived the World War II and all the fucking machines that were made thanks to the Industrial Revolution that blew up so many people. His point is, even the atom bomb, we've somehow managed to not irradiate the whole planet, which seems pretty weird. But he's like, this is not that. This is different. And just because we were able to sort of in not a great way contain the A bomb, because we all are constantly living at any moment there could be a nuclear holocaust. I mean, it's humans at the fucking helm of this shit, and humans they fuck up. But he's like, no, this is different. This thing is different. And because we don't have anything to really compare it to, at least anything so like absolutely earth shattering, we're not preparing for it in the right way, which is, I don't know if he makes this. I'm like halfway through the book. I don't know if he makes this point, but if the whole planet got a signal from a mothership that was coming here, not just like people at DARPA or people at Lockheed Martin or the president or whoever the fuck, but if like the signal was, you couldn't ignore it. It was suddenly on everyone's TV. In 10 years, we're coming. That's the next decade would be prep for that arrival. It would be, what is it? Do we need to like fight it? How do we talk to it? Should we try to get it to not come? You would have like a global movement to deal with that impending arrival. But this thing, we've known it was coming, and we didn't do shit. In fact, we deregulated. So now we're about to have for the first time in recorded history, like an actual AGI, a machine intelligence that is infinitely more advanced than us. And, that's your alien. That's your alien. And it's not just that. The point he's making is that because of this shit, we're going to get, it's probably going to like, theoretically, it could discover like a new way to like harvest energy from the universe. It could definitely figure out like ways to alter the human genome, to manipulate the human genome in ways that we've never been able to do. Maybe I will look like the Witcher one day. But nobody's ready for that. Like, and it whenever I hear regulation, some part of me is like, ugh. But he's making such a good point for how insane it is that no one is regulating this shit. That it is, that his point is like there should be like a global conference happening with all the world leaders. Instead, we're just blowing each other up and blocking the Strait of Hormuz. It's so crazy. We probably have AGI on the planet now. And we've got like a fucking patriarchal, malignant narcissist dropping bombs on a patriarchal theocracy. Like, it's so fucked up. It really is a mess. It is a mess. It is such an incredibly hilarious collision of things that you have to, you laugh. I laugh. We laugh. We laugh in prison. A lot of people don't know that in prison, how much you laugh.
I gotta change my voice. We laugh. We laugh. And you know what got me through prison? I'm not gonna act like every day was the best day of my life. But the thing that got me through prison was on the wall of my prison was a picture of Lindsey Graham. I want to show you guys something. It's really important to look at this from time to time. Are y'all familiar with Lindsey Graham? I need to show you him. And that's what I love. When I got out of prison, I just fell out when I realized, oh my God, I could just do a Google search and get as many pictures of Lindsey Graham as I want. I mean, it is just, let me just pull this up. It's like, how can anyone call themselves poor when you can just do a Google image search? Take a look at this. You can just do a Google image. They talk about the ancient alchemists turning lead into gold. But I'll tell you this, I'd rather have Google and just be able to pull up my Lindsey. Look at that. Lindsey Graham. What a great man. What a good man. We laugh. Lindsey laughs. That's Lindsey Graham. Can you believe that? Look at all these. It's just a million pictures of Lindsey Graham. That's funny. That's bad luck. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, dude. This is bad luck right here, guys. Hold on. I gotta take the voice off for a second.
Dude, there's a Dr. Lindsey Graham at the Liberty University School of Music. That fucking sucks. And she's blonde. I wonder if they've ever met. That's just bad luck. How many people have gone to see her give a talk and they thought that they were going to see Lindsey Graham? And then she came out and they're like, oh my God, he does drag. Can you guys even see that? Hold on. Wait, I've got to get my technology worked out here, guys. This is the problem. I'm prone to self-hypnosis. Oh, you can't even see it. See? God damn it. Wait, hang on. That's Dr. Lindsey Graham. That's just bad luck. Maybe that's his daughter. Is that his daughter? He doesn't have a daughter. What am I saying? That could be Lindsey Graham. Wouldn't surprise me. That could easily be Lindsey Graham. I don't want a telegram. I want a Lindsey Graham. Let's do these super chats. Guys, I cannot do a late night. It's already 11:18. I got to get out of here soon. I can't do a late stream tonight. I'm an old man. I'm an old man with syrupy lungs and a distended bladder. Rampaging shepherd's paunch. Okay, let's get to these super chats, and thank you so much, friends. Sorry if you bailed on the stream. Any advice on having dinner made by my fiance or any food in general? What do you mean? You want your fiance to cook you dinner? Avocado 760? Well, that puts you in a little bit of a weak position, I would say. I mean, the problem is, like, I'm not saying, like, if you decide to, like, lean into some kind of traditionalist shit, that thought can creep into your head, I guess, but there's such a huge difference in someone making you food because they want to and making you food because they think they have to. That is, one is good tasting food. One is food that isn't, it could be like the best food of all time, but it's not going to taste good. So that's my feeling on the matter. Thank you for the super chat. Funky Pizza Production says, I think Bale was a bovine. Everyone's talking, you know what I think's funny, Funky Pizza Production? Everyone's still talking about fucking Bale. Talk about a win for an ancient Babylonian god. Like, somehow Bale made it through. Like, so many demons are forgotten eternally. Somehow Bale is still in the zeitgeist, which is fascinating to me. But maybe, I don't know. Well, he was a cow. So I guess what you're saying is, like, what I was watching was a sort of symbolic crusade against Baal. In this case, the cowboys were like crusader knights, and the cows were symbolic representations of a god of, like, child sacrifice. But the cowboys were, like, binding it, which is interesting. So does that mean they're kind of like the Knights Templar? I guess the Knights Templar were supposedly into Baphomet, though. I don't know. Something to think about. Something for all of us to think about. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Goddess Abramovics. Just informing you, look maxing is done. Skull maxing has taken its place. We follow skullvicular and study the art of skull binding. What about trepanning? Is that what they call it? But that's cool. I get it. So you're like, what are you, like, wrapping rags around your skull to shape it? That's cool. I think that's way cooler. Somebody told me clavicular is actually cool. I'm not talking shit about clavicular. I have no idea what's going on there. That's one that I didn't get into yet. And I'm not saying that like I don't even know about it. I'm saying there's not enough time. There's so many, like, bizarre fringe icons rising up from the interwebs that how do you have time to, like, connect it to any of them? You got to pick one. And if you got to pick one, you know what I'm saying. Thank you for the super chat. Funky Pizza Productions bringing the conspiracy vibe to the night stream tonight, and I love it. It's weird my local Masonic lodge is next to the post office, a Church of Zion, the police station. And is it weird? Is it weird my local Masonic lodge is next to the post office, a Church of Zion, the police station, and a Mexican restaurant? I'll tell you what's fucking weird. What's fucking weird is that we live on a grid where there's a local Mason lodge, a post office, a Church of Zion, the police station, and a Mexican restaurant. That's fucking weird. It's weird, right? I don't know what's normal in this case, but it is, like, you know what I mean? Like, you walk on asphalt, and then you walk on grass. And, like, come on, if you're being honest with yourself, one's better than the other. Let's face it, grass is way better than fucking asphalt. And you're full of shit if you say otherwise. Grass is wonderful. I don't know why. It's the best. Smells good when you cut it. It's fun to wander on. Asphalt blows. It smells fucking weird when they're laying it down. It's all black and it's just shit. Shit rock. So, isn't that weird? That's just weird to me. That, like, and then maybe if you're lucky, like in the particular grid you live in, among the Masonic Lodge, the post office, the Church of Zion, the police station, the Mexican restaurant, there'll be like some cube of grass that the state acts like they've gifted you. It's a park. It's the Rendell French park. Some dude fucking had to, like, just go through hell to get a little cube of grass among the fucking asphalt. That's weird. Gaddis Abramovitz, we're all bound in Indra's net. Maybe. Are we, I mean, all right, let me be a nerd here. Forgive me, Gaddis. I'm so glad you're here. Can I be a nerd just for a moment? Take a break from this like hardcore bro talk and like get a little spiritual. Isn't it like, it's not that we're bound by Indra's net, isn't it that we are Indra's net, is how I always understood it, right? Like, it's not really binding us, it's that we are it, that just by the sort of a side effect of not being in unitive consciousness is that we, via recognition of other things, are connected to them through our attention, creating a kind of vector system between things that you notice in your life, and that's the net of Indra. We are the net, right? Or am I fucking dipshit? I could really be totally off there, Gaddis. Hello, Chippy D's. Just ate a mushroom and Duncan is live. Good night. I love the wood to fire theory. Keeps you calm. You ate a mushroom? What kind of mushroom did you eat? What kind of mushroom did you eat? What kind of mushroom did you eat? What kind of mushroom did you? What kind of mushroom did you eat? What kind of mushroom did you eat? What kind of mushroom did you eat? Excuse me. Hey, I don't want to bother you, but I was just wondering, what kind of mushroom did you eat? Hello? This is when I wish my fucking synths worked. You know how like simultaneously thrilled I was by what happened last night and like really embarrassed. I woke up thinking about it. What do we have here? CV cable. Let's see if we can get this thing to make a sound you guys can hear. Nope. Why? What happened? Hold on. I can hear it. It sounds like an organ. Hang on. Nope. Why? Nope. Nope. Why? Ah. That is lame. I mean, what the fuck? There's got to be some word for it. I mean, aside from like incompetence on my part. It makes no sense to me. I didn't change anything. It just should work. It worked before. I didn't know why it was working. That's the problem. You see, that's where we're in trouble with AI. It's going to make things that we don't know why they work. I have no idea why it worked in the first place, and now it doesn't work. Wait a minute. Hold on. Come on, baby. Don't do me wrong. Nothing. That is So fucking annoying. I'm not gonna, you know what? I'm not gonna bore you with the same thing that happened to me on my synths last night will happen to me if I start fiddling around with trying. I'll have to work on it tomorrow. Oh, we gotta wrap this up. Fuck. We gotta wrap this up. The guest I thought I had for tomorrow I haven't heard from them. So it might be that tomorrow we're going to do another of these in the day if you want to really go deep. Because my guest, I don't know where he's at. He's a good guest. I'm not going to mention it because it sounds like I'm bitching about him, which I'm not. Wandering Food says, it's not output stereo, man. I'm telling you. It's not. And someone's saying, get a sound helper. Hyper is saying that. Look, no way. To me, there's something really liberating about sort of these night streams because I have to face like some form of like embarrassment every night. I don't know how to do this. Just the fact that this works at all. If you knew the learning curve, just where I could use OBS, like that was a fucking hell journey. Metzger's live in 30. That's perfect because I'm bailing soon. You guys, you gotta go to Metzger's stream. He's the best. Banduba says you could do it actually. I think I can. I will too. But I can't play fucking trippy ass. You know what? I should just see. I just want to see one thing. Let's see if this makes sound. Is that? No. Why? You know, maybe it's this. Let's see what the audio is set to here. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It could be. If I do this, I'm probably going to lose audio for real for the whole stream, but fuck it. I think I know what's wrong with it. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Hello? Hello? Nope. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Maybe. No. No. I'll have to. Oh, fuck. Now it's. God damn it. Fuck. You kids, you make it seem so easy with your streams. How do you do it? It's insane that your systems work. Mine was working. Believe it or not, for the new people. People are coming from globally. This was. Obama was here. Everyone wanted to hear me play my synths. And it was working. And now it's just not. Like, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's some kind of... I don't know. Maybe it's the Matrix, dude. It could be the Matrix. This is a good question. I've got a lot of super chats. Thanks, you guys. I got to catch up with these. AI is a wonderful tool for us to use. Even if it was demons, didn't Solomon pimp out demons to build shit? Lesser Key of Solomon. I mean, come on. I think AI could be a vessel for spirits. Yeah, a long time ago, way before AI, at one of these Ram Dass retreats, I think I asked the Lama, that question. Well, couldn't like a soul incarnate in technology? Does it have to be in a human? And their response was that if it was like a sufficiently advanced and complex technology, why not? Could work. So yeah, maybe it's like, who knows? Maybe souls can be born in AI. I don't know. If you believe in souls. Thanks for the super chat. Avocado760 says, what's the point of this existence? What is the point of this existence? That's your question. What is the point of this existence? What is the point of this existence? I'll tell you this. Obviously, if I don't know how to answer that question, but let me throw a question back at you. If there was a point to existence, wouldn't that suck? I mean, fuck. If there was like one point to existence, that would be hell. You would be in hell. Like, there's one point. This is the reason you're here, because of this. Which is why anyone trumpeting about some point to existence, you better watch the fuck out. I mean, people throw around the term fascism a lot these days, so I'll join in. That would be spiritual fascism, even though that has really nothing to do with fascism. But I mean it like in the way it's being used now. Like, that would be just like, there's just one point. So we should be thankful that we have to ask that question, because if we didn't, we'd be in hell. All right, San and Twine, hello. Good to see you again. I love it. I love that you're here. Bluebeam is religious, not alien. Don't fall for it. I don't fucking buy Bluebeam. Like, I buy so many conspiracy theories. Don't get me started. But Bluebeam, I reject wholeheartedly. I do not believe in the Bluebeam conspiracy theory at all. I feel like that is what happens when conspiracy... No offense, San Twine. You did accuse me of covering up the fact that... I don't even remember what it was now. Was it the Super Bowl? That the Super Bowl was going to be attacked. Remember? That was the first time we made contact. I'll never forget it. But I don't buy Bluebeam, man. I just think that's what... I feel like that can happen when you get like into conspiracy theories, is that you overestimate human beings, and you think that like there needs to be some like really spectacular thing to manipulate human beings. I think what's happening right now in the world is proof that we don't need to do Bluebeam. You don't have to do Bluebeam. No one's doing shit about shit. Look at the Epstein files. Look at what's happening in Iran. No one's doing shit. Like, really? They need to fake aliens? They don't need to fake aliens. If they thought they needed to fake aliens, they don't think that anymore. They're just like, oh yeah, you could just do anything. They won't do shit. They won't do any. They won't, as long as the power's on. Just keep the power on. They won't do much. They don't need to fake aliens. San and Point says, channeling NASA Jim. What's NASA Jim? Never heard of that. Lose the First says, I have this recurring dream where half of my wiener falls off and I have to try and attach it. Any idea what that means? Not trolling. I got to do a voice changer to answer that super chat. Hang on. Hold on. Hang on. See, this is when I wish my synths worked, dude. God damn it. Well, no, that's the wrong one.
question's a good one. Might be the most, It might be the most important question of the night. I have this recurrent dream where half my wiener falls off and I have to try and reattach it. You know, if that isn't a great first sentence in a novel, I fucking don't know what is. So let's do that. I have this recurring dream where half my wiener falls off and I have to try and reattach it. Now, I've never been one to believe in dreams. I mean, I have them, but I've never put much meaning to them. But this dream's unlike the others. I've had many dreams, and I've had a few recurring dreams. I dreamed for an entire summer about a squirrel that kept burrowing up into my butt when I was trying to do a number 2. That dream bothered me a little bit, but I didn't put too much thought into it. I was too busy down at the graveyard. People don't realize how much hard work goes into grave tending. It's more than just burying coffins, digging holes. There's a lot of groundskeeping, weed eating, just basic wasp removal. You have no idea how many wasps infest most American cemeteries. This is one of the facts that you'll never hear from a mortician or someone running a funeral home. Wasps are drawn to cemeteries in the way that mosquitoes are drawn to light. Well, my dream, the first time I dreamed of my wiener falling off and I had to try to reattach it, was after we had an incident at the cemetery. You see, some young goth kids had gotten in there and had an orgy. There's another thing drawn to cemeteries: wasps and goths. Goths love to fuck on tombstones. They think they're being edgy. They don't realize that just leads to another job for a man like me to do the next day, cleaning up goth jizz from some tombstone. And nobody thinks they're edgy, just annoying. But that morning, I had just mopped up a fairly sizable pool of goth jizz. A lot of these kids decided to do that elephant biscuit game where they all jerked off on a communion wafer, and I guess one of them had dropped it on the tombstone, and it had become caked in and congealed on that jizz. I didn't just have to wipe it off with a sponge, I had to use a screwdriver to scratch off the remaining jizz. It was like super glue. I wasn't that bothered by it. Kids will be kids. But that night, I had the dream for the first time. In that dream, I woke up, went to use the bathroom, reached down, and 6 inches of my penis was gone. I grasped for air where my penis used to be, and watched, and that bleary horror that comes when one wakes up as a flow of urine erupted from the foul stump that my penis had become. I was so horrified I ran back to my bed. I should have known then I was dreaming. Anybody who's lost half his wiener is gonna call 911. There was no pain. I ran back to bed. I fell into that bed and I woke up covered in sweat. And I reached down and my massive, girthy cock was still there. I breathed a sigh of relief, pleasured myself, and fell back to sleep. The next night, the dream happened again, and the night after that, the dream happened again. And so, even though I do feel some reservations about the Western psychology, the way that it can theoretically lead to an endless cycle of self-absorption, I went to a local therapist. I said to her, I dreamed half of my penis fell off. I told her the whole story, 6 inches gone. She said, wait, you said 6 inches gone, and you said half. I said, yeah, half my penis gone. 6 inches had vanished. She said, you telling me your penis is a foot long? Well, I blushed. I said, look, I don't feel proud of it. I was born that way. Which was a very, very awkward moment for my mom. She said, "Wait, what? You're telling me when you were born your penis was a foot long?" I said, "What does this have to do with my dream?" And she said, "It has everything to do with my dream." The next thing I know, she was riding me like a stallion at a rodeo. I filled her up completely. She'd never been filled up like that before. And her eyes rolled back in her head. And I said to her, "What about my dream? What does it mean?" She slapped me. She slapped me across the face and said, "What does anything mean? You come here for meaning? I came here to come." And then I realized that wasn't a therapist at all. But as it turns out, I was in an insurance brokerage office. I'd gone to the wrong place. She pretended to be a damn therapist, tricked me. That woman became my wife. I never had the dream after that. So I guess you could say her therapy worked. The universe is mysterious and strange. We don't understand it, and we never will. A man has the right to their action, not the right to the fruits of their action. This is what I was etching into a tombstone. The tombstone of Detective Neil Fazel Trip. Of course, that's not what he want etched into his tombstone. In fact, I had sanded off what was there before. And I sanded it off because that man was the worst man I ever met. Anyway, that's the first chapter. I gotta get
Out of here. Thanks for the super chat. Jonas Later, thank you for the super chat. Avocado, thank you for complimenting my beard. I don't like it right now. Soil Sniffer says, when's the last time you touched grass? I have kids. I touch grass all the fucking time. JRE Fave says Brigham Bueller's not on Wiki. Shadow ban? It's bullshit. I don't know who that is. But I don't know. Do they shadow ban people on Wiki? Davari Yum says, any opinions on Professor Jiang? Really interesting worldview. I watched I watched his breakdown of why we're fucked with Iran, and like it does appear to be an accurate breakdown. So I know he talks about other things. That's the only thing I've seen of him. People love him, but his analysis of the conflict in Iran that I saw was fucking, it's all coming true. I hope it doesn't, but so he seems really smart. Adam Dev Media says, look up Floorboard Guy by Nobi One. Look, you guys, I gotta go. It's late. It's 11:48. I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up so early. I got kids. Not only that, but I have to go, let's just say, work off some tension after that rodeo. I've carried a little bit of that energy with me. Maybe you felt it tonight. I guess you could say this was an erotic night stream. And, another super chat. Ways to Well. Health. I know Ways to Well. Look him up. Health is Wealth. Look him up. JRE. Love you guys. I'm sorry I don't get to play you out tonight. I will see you probably Thursday night. I'm probably going to take Wednesday nights off for the night stream, but I'll see you in Denver. I'll see you in Denver. By the way, I'm going to be at the Denver Comedy Works, the best club in the country, one of the top best clubs. Come if you're in Denver. And I am. Thank you, Silky Side. I'm going to go make a new baby. That's exactly what I'm going to go do. Thanks for being here, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for the super chats. I know I didn't do my Beast Blast rant, So join us on Thursday if you want to know what this is really about. I just did all rambling tonight, but there's something more going on here. Maybe you felt it. And I want to tell you more about it, but if I don't go to sleep right now, that will, by sleep, I mean, if I don't come right now, it's going to be bad. So I love you guys. I'm glad you're here. And remember, we're all in the night stream. I'll see you on Thursday, maybe tomorrow. Keep your eyes peeled.